Hey guys, Kimberly Lebbing here, coming to you live from a parking lot, waiting to pick up my son, and thought I'd go live really quick. And I wanted to talk about something that me and my kids were talking about earlier today, and that's what to do when you are annoyed with someone, like an annoying person, or maybe it's not somebody that you deem annoying, but somebody that perhaps, somebody in your family, or it could be a driver, somebody that's driving in front of you, parked too close to you, whatever that is. And some things that you can do to help yourself with that. Was actually talking to my daughter about this morning, and had a really great conversation with both her and her boyfriend about this. And we were talking about how, if you are annoyed with someone, how you can look at it, just kind of change your perception. So say you're annoyed with, I don't know, somebody cut you off in traffic. Thinking from their perspective, or maybe there was an angry person at work. Maybe your boss is a big butthead that you work for. Sorry, I said butthead on a Facebook Live, haha. But maybe somebody that is just really angry all the time. They're annoying. They're horrible. So something that you can do is look at life from their perspective. I talked to this with my daughter this morning. I'm like, you don't know how they grew up. You don't know what their life at home was like. You don't know what they're going through. So in regards, especially to strangers, you don't know what they've gone through. So that's a way that you can kind of step into the other person's shoes, so that you can be more empathetic and not get so charged up by another person's actions, because that doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve you, but it keeps you in a calm, cool place all the times. Another thing that we talked about this morning is a really cool concept, and my daughter actually didn't like this one, and you may or may not. There's a positive and negative side, and that is what about them is about you. So your subconscious mind does not have the capability of getting charged up about someone or something unless you have experienced it yourself, either in your past, maybe currently, maybe it's something you're already over, good or bad. So for instance, I was really frustrated with my son last night, who totally procrastinated on reading a book. He came home and he had like he's like, Mom, I have to finish this book by tomorrow morning, and he had half the book to read. He's known about it for 3 weeks. I was so annoyed. And then I thought to myself, I asked myself the question, what about this is about me? Because when you do that, I think, I know I've procrastinated in the past. I know there's things that I'm procrastinating about even now, that I could have planned out a little better, different things. We all do that. But that was more about, the reason I was so upset was more about me than it was about him. So that's another thing to look at. The cool part about that is it's also a positive. So if you know someone that's super inspiring to you, that's, very successful, and you see that in them, and you're like, oh wow, that person's amazing, they're awesome. That's in you too, because your subconscious mind would not be capable. Hey Tracy, oh me too, totally on taxes. We're talking about taxes. I've procrastinated on taxes. But you're not capable of seeing that good in that other person if it wasn't already in you, because your otherwise you wouldn't feel anything, because you wouldn't know how to recognize it. So remember that there's a good part of that, and there's a bad, the bad part of that, but focus on the good. So if you see good in others, that means that good is also in you. And, perhaps you need to practice it more, or, work on that part, but just know that it is in you. We all are capable of so many things. And We just have to find the things that help us move along and bring around our higher self. So, hey, Dr. Diana, I need to get together with you. We need a phone call or a lunch or a coffee or something. Anyway, so that's all I got for today. I'm doing a talk on Friday, so all on mindset. So if you struggle with procrastination, limiting beliefs, like any of those things, I'm going to be at the Clarkson library on Friday. Like, do I have the flyer here? Here it is. Actually, if you go to my Facebook, you'll see like there's a event link, 12:30, 1:30, totally free. And we're going to talk about transforming your thinking with the power of the language you use. So I'm going to give you some more tools and tricks. So thank you all for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow because I'm on this, I'm doing a Facebook Live every day thing. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.